Hi, how are we doing? Are we good? Good? Okay, good. There's something on my screen and I'm not understanding what it is on the viewfinder. So if this vlog is a little funky, that's why, but I literally have no idea what it is. Oh my goodness, guys. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to the vlog. What are we doing today? We're gonna do my little solo Valentine's Day date. It's gonna be such fun. It's 2:30 right now. I'm gonna really quickly finish editing some videos that I filmed earlier, and then we're gonna go. We're gonna do a little shopping, we're gonna do a little lunch date, and we might do the movies. And the reason I say might is because I don't know if I want to. I have it planned to be there at 5, but I don't know if I'm gonna want to. But I have my little outfit on, and yeah. So, also I just got NPR from Glow Recipe. I got their little skincare blushes, which is actually so cool and perfect for summer. Like, perfect beach day vibes, or if you're on vacation and you know, maybe like you're on vacation, you like want to look cute because you're on vacation, you're like, well, I want to get some cute pictures, but you're at the beach and you don't want to like put makeup on, because like that's how I've always felt whenever I've gone on cruises or just vacation in general. Like, I'm always wanting pictures, but also I'm like, well, no, I'm not gonna put makeup on because like I'm about to be swimming, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do this. So I think these will be really cool. They're the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewy Flush, so it's literally just their dewdrops in the form of blush. Before we leave, we're making an iced coffee. Well, actually, we're making an iced latte. And ever since I actually took the time to figure out how to properly use my espresso machine, my life has changed drastically. I need to look for a double shot glass, because this is 4 ounces, which is technically a little bit more than double shot. I think a double shot would be like 3.6. Wait, no, if they're 1.8, yeah, 3.6 ounces. Anyway, here's what you do. So you brew it and you let it be. You leave it alone. I just use Cafe Bustelo. It's the best. I love, is it Colombian or is it Cuban? I don't remember. I'm not really super into French coffee. Italian's cool, but they have it on lock. I'm gonna do a little like salted caramel moment kinda. So I put a little bit of salt in the bottom of my cup. Gonna do a little bit of caramel just because I don't like a lot of caramel, and then we're gonna go stevia for sweetness. I don't use syrups or anything. Like, I don't buy a bunch of syrups and flavors and stuff like that. So really, if I do flavor my coffee, it's just gonna be some caramel sauce, and then pour the espresso over it. Gorgeous, beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. And we're just gonna take one of these little mixer things. Just get everything together. I feel like I'm making a mess. And then the key here is what I've noticed: crushed ice. If you have a fridge that has like an ice dispenser like that, turn it on crushed. It'll change the game. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at that. Look at all the ice that's in here. I don't know the science behind having smaller ice cubes, but I don't know. I think maybe they come together a little bit more because they're more delicate, if that makes sense. And it kind of like makes I don't know. It just cools down the coffee so much quicker and it doesn't water it down. So you see, we don't have that much room left for milk, right? And I know a latte is like mostly milk, but because I don't use any flavors, I just use creamer. And so I'll just basically, oops, I spilled. Fill her to the top. And be really careful. She's scrumptious. Scrumptious. We're not gonna let our day get ruined by somebody else making our coffee in a way that we don't like. So, you know, there's the solution. I'm just gonna have faith that I won't spill because I don't have any mason jar lids with holes in them for the straw. Okay, girls, we have made it to Ulta. Guys, The Weeknd's new album, I don't love every single, so sorry, you literally can't see me at all. You can't see any little piece of me at all. The Weeknd's new album is so good, but I honestly, there's only a few songs that well, the 2 songs that I actually like am in love with and have been on repeat. Hurry Up Tomorrow is like, oh my gosh, I literally cry. Like, it will make me cry. like, the lyrics, it's just, you could like feel, I don't know, like I'm such a lyric person with music. Like, I'm not so much like how the song sounds. Like, obviously, like I like when it sounds good. But like the lyrics, if they just like hit me right here, like, oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful song. And it's really interesting to me to like see like artist growth, because I think a lot of times like with some artists and with some of their songs, like they're putting out songs that they know people will enjoy. Like it'll be an entertaining song to listen to. Like it'll be trying to get whatever. They're thinking like marketing wise, right? Like they're thinking like, how can this further my career? But then I think other songs on the same album can genuinely be like from their heart. Like they're like, no, like I am a songwriter, I'm a singer and a songwriter, and I'm writing a song that like is speaking to me. Like I feel like, I don't know, obviously like I don't know musicians, but that's the vibe I get from that song. Like just one of those type of like songs that's kind of like giving like this was a journal entry and you made it into a song. So Hurry Up Tomorrow is my favorite, and Give Me Mercy is my favorite, and they both have like the same like energy, like lyric wise, but Give Me Mercy is much more of like a vibey, like you could play it at a party and like nobody's gonna question it, whereas like Hurry Up Tomorrow, like people might be like, hey, like are we okay, like is everybody okay? But so far those are my 2 favorite on the album. I'm very excited. I'm not like a super big like, oh my gosh, like the new album, like, you know, like I'm not super like crazy into music like that, but when I hear songs that really just, you know, like they hit me, oh my gosh, I love it. But we're at Ulta, if you could see right now, and I really don't know what I need here. I want to get the First Aid Beauty Barrier Balm because I'm almost out of it and it's really amazing, and I have a gift card, so like I might as well get that here. I was gonna try the Rhode one, but you know, I only want to try the Rhode one because it's popular, and I feel like, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know, I'm not really willing to break out. Like I feel like I have a pretty good skincare routine right now where I'm not breaking out, nothing's bothering me, I'm not overdoing it with any active ingredients or anything, so I'm okay with that. And then what else? I was gonna consider getting like a hair glaze, like a dark chocolate colored hair glaze, so that I could do like a hair mask, put on my hair, that good stuff, but I don't really know. And then the only other thing, well, the only thing I need from Sephora, which actually I was gonna get a refill on my Huda beauty powder, but I realized that I still have a lot of the one size pink powder left, like the pink setting powder, and I've been using it recently and it's like amazing. Like, oh gosh, I stay so matte and I stay so chill through the whole day. Like my makeup just looks so smooth and I love it so much. My sunglasses are now stuck in my hair. So I'm not gonna buy another Huda powder because the one size one is honestly eating so hard. Like I love the Huda one, but like look at this. Let it focus, let it focus, let it focus. Please, like, focus. Please do it. I believe in you. I know you can. Like, it's just so smooth and poreless under there. Home Goods is also right next to this Ulta, but I don't think I want to go in because the line is literally always like a year long. Like, I don't understand how. It just always is so long. So, I think we're just going to go to Ulta. Then we're going to run into Sephora because I need hyaluronic acid from the Inky List, and I want to get one of the big bottles. So, I think we're going to do that. Actually, I don't know, but we're just going to have a good time. And everybody gets really mad at you for like filming in Ulta and Sephora, so I'm not really gonna film that much there. And I'm still debating. Did I talk to you guys about how I was gonna go to the movies, but I don't know if we're gonna go to the movies. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? We're still playing music. I didn't even know we were still playing music because I'm talking so fucking loud. Oh my gosh, guys, I got a new driver's license the other day. My driver's license expired this year and I got a new one. I'm gonna cover all my information, but she's sideways. My one before was upright and now she's sideways. I'm a grown adult. I kept my old picture from when I first got my license. I was definitely 16. You can't get your license until you're 16. Anyway, I was not in the mood to like take a new picture, so I didn't. Anyway, let me get my ass into Ulta. I don't even have a little purse. Can you guys believe it? I brought my long shot bag. So here we go. So why is it like why? I don't understand. I got it. So it was set to a camera setting and not the video setting. Anyway, we successfully purchased things at Ulta. I actually did so good. I like barely bought anything. I only bought 2 things. One thing, did I need? No, but look at how small my bag is. I did such a good job. Okay, we successfully went to Sephora. I wanted to try the Genesis serum from Kerastase because I've seen all the girlies talk about it, and it's like one of the only serums, like scalp serums, that people talk about, and they're like, no, yeah, it's actually made a difference. The Way scalp serum, I really do love it, but I stopped being consistent with it, and then I bought the Ordinary, their caffeine serum. So I'm gonna keep on using that. Is this like, what does this even look like? Probably crazy. I'll fix that later. But I forgot that they have a Bath & Body Works right here. Oh, let me get back to my other story. They were sold out of that serum, the Genesis serum. So I didn't buy any, obviously, because they were sold out. I just got 2 of the Inculist hyaluronic acids because they didn't have the big one, which is a bummer because I really wanted to try the big one. This bun is just gonna have to, you know, do what it's doing. Also, there's a Lululemon right there, and I've actually never shopped at a Lululemon because I just don't understand the point. But I did purchase my first purchase from Able Sportswear the other day, and it's incredible. They're so good. But I need more hand sanitizer, so we're gonna go to Bath & Body Works. Guys, I had dinner. I went to Bonefish. I got a Bang Bang shrimp appetizer, and I got, what else did I get? I got they have like a special pasta, like a linguine da mar, but it had oysters or maybe clams. I don't remember, but it had that and scallops in it. Oh my god. You guys, don't scare me like that ever again. I really need to find my Octo Buddy. I don't know where it is. Let me hold on to you. It's gonna downpour. Like, the sky is like black. Oh yeah, I forgot I can't go. Well, I can't fucking go because I just got honked at. Guys, I'm in the town where I had my apartment. Oh my gosh, it's insanity. I don't know how I lived up here. Like, I don't know how I lived here. I have no idea how I lived here for as long as I did. Well, it was only a year. But like, it's insane. Like, when I was backing out of my parking spot, there was a truck like not even waiting. Like, he was so far away from me. Like, I saw him like turn onto like the parking lot thing where I was. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna back up because he's not coming. He wasn't in my way by any means. I wasn't inconveniencing him. Like, by the time he got to me, like, I would have already been fully back in drive to pull forward. He's on the right side of the road. So I'm like fully backed up, like ready to go forward, but I had to go around him because he was on the right side of the road. And then I'm driving and I'm like in the parking lot. I don't go fast in parking lots. I don't understand why people like zoom in parking lots. It really scares me. This woman's not even looking, and she emerges from in between 2 cars, like she had just got out of her car, and I had to slam on my brakes because she did not look before she started walking. She wasn't in a crosswalk or anything. And so I like slam on my brakes. She looks at me with like this disgusted look, and I was like, bitch, like, that was your fucking problem. Like, it's not my problem, like, you were not paying attention. And then she thinks that I'm gonna let her go, but I didn't. I was like, no, like, I'm driving. Like, no. Because I would have been able to go if she didn't come out, and I wouldn't have to slam on my brakes. Anyway, long story short, craziness. So that person that just honked, I don't know if they were honking at me or what, but I had no green arrow, just a green light, and I was turning left. So obviously I'm gonna yield to the people coming towards me with the green, and then somebody honked, like, sorry babe, like, I can't go if I don't know where this person's going, because nobody uses their blinkers anymore. So anyway. That's how it is just driving up here, and I just can't even imagine living in like a big city. I just wouldn't even bother having a car, because what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, the one time I went to New York and I was in an Uber from the airport, it was just like stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. I was like, holy shit, like, I can't handle that. Anyway, I went to Bonefish for dinner. When I went in to tell them, just like, yeah, I just want one, and they were like, oh, like, you could sit at the bar, like, we have high tops. And I'm like, nah, girl, like, I'm not into that. And I'm into it some places, but like, I really don't love sitting at bars because it invites people to talk to you, which I'm not mad at in certain circumstances, but especially if you're like a single woman going to, like, if you're gonna go sit at a bar as a single woman, it usually invites males to like think that you want to have a conversation. And the only time I'll do it is if I'm at an airport where I have to like there's no tables, and I'll just put my headphones in, put on a gruesome Criminal Minds episode, and hope that everybody leaves me the fuck alone. Oh, you know what I was thinking? Oh, because I got linguine del mar with salmon instead of scallops and whatever clam. I want to say they were oysters, but I know it wasn't oysters. I think they were clams. Scallop? Whatever they were. I just got it with salmon instead. And then they gave me the spoon, so like when you twirl your pasta on the spoon, what is the science behind that? How does it make the perfect, like what is that science? Because it doesn't happen the same when you twirl it on the plate or the bowl. Like, anyway, bang bang shrimp, that yummy pasta, and then that's it. And then of course the bread that it comes to the beginning. But when I tell you guys, they sat me dead in the middle of the restaurant at a like 2-person table. I was really hoping for a booth because then I could kind of be tucked away and like I could observe everything. But I was right in the middle, and I didn't forget that it's Valentine's Day, obviously, but I kind of didn't realize that so many people would be out tonight celebrating their Valentine's Day. And I have never seen that restaurant packed like that. Like every single table was full. The light just turned green. Who is honking? So scared. What's happening? I'm so glad you guys are witnessing this. Who the fuck is honking? Is it you? You fucking dweeb motherfucker. I think this is why I didn't enjoy living in my apartment, because I lived somewhere like this where everyone's just so insane. So anyway, also, I've never been in a like real car accident, right? And when I say real car accident, let me explain. When I was in one little fender bender, I think we could describe it as a fender bender. It was up here. It was in the town that I'm leaving right now. And I was going through an intersection, and like instead of the lanes going like this, like there's 3 lanes, and instead of all of them going like this, they go like this until they do one of those. And I still to this day don't know whose fault it was that, because basically me and this other car, it was a car to my right, we literally just like did one of these, like we just like skimmed against each other, so like it literally, nothing happened. Like I just heard my car hit another car, and I was like, whoa, like what happened? So like the guy rolled down his window and like I rolled down mine, and we like agreed to pull into a gas station close by. I remember going through that intersection and hearing somebody rev their engine super loud, and whenever people do that, I don't know why, it scares me. Like I like jump and I get so distracted when I hear somebody like revving their engine. So I don't know if maybe I did that and did like I looked with my head and my hands in the wheel or something, or like if he hit me. Like I literally don't know what happened. Me being me, wanting to be my own lawyer, I don't think I hit him. I think he came into my lane because he didn't know that the lane did this. So if I was to the left of him and I did this and he wasn't doing this and he was going straight while I was getting into the lane, well, I guess technically that would have meant that I hit him, but it would have been because he was in my lane. Long story short, that was like the only little like car situation I've had, but he was pretty chill about it. I told him, I was like, I just like really don't want to go through insurance, because like I literally got out of my car and I was like trembling, trying not to cry. I was like, I don't know. And he was like, were you on your phone? And I was like, no, bitch. I didn't say that, but in my mind that's what I said, because like why are you gonna look at me and assume I was on my phone? Because oh, are you even old? Like, oh, is your eyesight okay? Are you too fucking old to be driving? Like, if you want to play the, oh, these kids are on their phones, I'll play the, should you have your license taken away, do you still even remember how to drive card? He wasn't that old, but it was when I was working at a country club up here, and I was really hoping that it was like one of the rich golf guys that I used to like see all the time at the country club, but it wasn't. But oh well, he was cool about it, but his wife was not cool about it. But I literally went to the side of my car and I like looked at the little scuff that happened, and I like literally like buffed it out with my thumb, which, thinking logically now, like I probably shouldn't have done that in case he was like, oh, look how damaged mine is and hers is fine, you know. Anyway, sorry if you could hear like a squeaky sound, it's my to-go boxes rubbing together. Story time, I guess. But yeah, he was like, okay, well, like, I'll take it to the shop and like see how much it'll take to get this fixed, which like in my head I was like, I literally couldn't see anything wrong with his car, like literally zero. I could see zero wrong with his car. But it was like a nice ass BMW, like definitely it was new, like all black BMW. It was actually really sexy. So then he came back and he's like, yeah, so it's gonna be like $1,068. I don't know why I remember this number so specifically. Maybe it's just because it was like the first and only time I've ever been in like a car situation accident wise. But yeah, and he was just like, but since like it's your first accident and like, you know, like you're young, like let this be a lesson learned, like just like be careful when you're driving. And I was like, okay, like if you want an ego trip out of this, great, like I will gladly take your little ego trip. Because he was like, yeah, I'll just make you pay half of it. So, and I was like, okay, like love you, so sorry, have such a good day. Oops. So anyway, that's my story time of why I don't like being around that town. That's my story time of why I don't like going to that town, because it's just, I think it wants to be a big city, but it also wants to be really pretentious, and I think that's the problem, because you don't have city people like in the way that city people are like aggressive and they really like don't give a fuck, like they're not sensitive. The pretentious aspect of it makes them so sensitive about everything, and like instead of them just being like, dude, like fucking go, oh my god, I thought that was a person. Instead of them just being like, go, the light's green, they're like, oh my gosh, like why are you going, the light is green. Like they throw tantrums instead of just being confrontational. I think that's the main difference between like this town and like the city, if that makes sense. But anyway, like I was saying, when I was in Bonefish, they sat me dead in the middle of the restaurant and I was surrounded by like older people, not old people, but definitely people that would have been like, oh my god, like don't get me on camera. And especially not just knowing like the clientele of the, that's not the word I'm looking for, just knowing the type of people that live in that town. Like I used to be neighbors with them type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? So like I know who they are. So I was just not trying to whip out a vlog camera, and yeah, because like if I kind of wanted to sit outside though, because I kind of knew that they were gonna sit me right in the middle of a busy restaurant, and it was a 20-minute wait. It didn't end up being actually 20 minutes, but it was like quoted 20 minutes, and that's how I knew. I was just like, oh, like okay, you guys are really busy. And she was like, yeah, like we're gonna have like a lot of reservations come in right now. But it was so strange because I was just sitting there and I had one AirPod in. I was listening to an episode of The Basement Yard. And you know, I'm just like people watching. I didn't really go on my phone that much. Like when I did, it was just like I would answer a text from Mr. Special, or like I don't know, like I really just like wasn't on my phone that much. I was trying to like curate a photo dump from today. Did you guys just hear how loud that raindrop was? You know what my biggest fear is, especially when I'm driving? Hail. Like I had a friend and she had just bought a new car, and we had a hailstorm here and it completely shattered her back windshield, and they were like, yeah, like it's not worth it to fix the car, like it'll cost more than what the car's worth, so we're not gonna fix it. And I just cannot imagine that. Like, oh my gosh, can you imagine while you're driving and it shatters? Oh, that's like one of my biggest fears. What was I saying? Yeah, oh yeah, I was not on my phone. I was just listening to The Basement Yard. I was just enjoying my bread. I was enjoying my shrimp and then my yummy pasta, which was way too hot when I first got it. Oh, I had a glass of wine, a little 9-ounce glass of Moscato. And I was just people watching, and I was realizing how many people don't speak to each other on dates. Like, they're not even like on their phone, like the older generation, like they're not really even on their phone. They're just kind of sitting, and that's cool. Like you could be cool in each other's company, but it was like I was sitting next to these people for 20 minutes and they did not say one word to each other, and it wasn't giving first date vibes. It was giving very much like we've been married for like 20 years and we're going up for Valentine's Day. I don't know, and I can't make an assumption about their relationship based on this one interaction I've seen, right? Like that would be, I can, but it has no bearings. Like it has nothing to go off of other than my own opinion and perception of these people, right? But from the perception I'm choosing to see, I just know that I never want to be in a marriage like that. Like, I always just want to have fun. Whenever I go to Bonefish, and it's Bonefish specifically because they have paper on the tables, and I'm with Mr. Special. I'll do this with anyone, but Mr. Special and I love going there. It's like one of the best chain restaurants in my opinion. Like, I think it's better than Cheesecake Factory. I do wish they had a little bit more options on their menu, but I love all their stuff. We always play Hangman on the table, and I don't know, I just my biggest thing about love and marriage is because I've always been like a lover girl. Like, I like being in relationships. Like, if I'm not just gonna like date around for funsies. And granted, I'm only 24, and like I've never, I guess, casually dated. Like, I guess I've been on a few casual dates, but not in the way that, you know, you think about it, like when you're young and you're watching like, oh, 13 going on 30, or like Sex and the City, like stuff like that. More so in like, I'll like be talking to a guy for like a little bit, we'll go on a few dates, and then like it'll fizzle out. But in my mind, it's not like, oh, I'm talking to this guy and I'm gonna go on a date on this day, and then I'm talking to this guy and I'm gonna go on a date on this day. And not that there's anything wrong with it, I've just never experienced it. I feel like my generation, and I'm assuming our generation, because I feel like a lot of you guys are probably my age, or like a little older, a little younger. I feel like none of us had that like casual dating scene because of social media. So it's like, oh, you're talking, and then like the talking stage is like you're supposed to be like loyal during the talking stage. Whereas if you ask anyone older than us to be like, oh, like, you know, I'm talking to this guy, and somebody would be like, no, you're dating that guy. But in our way we use that word, it's like, I'm dating this person. It's like you're in a relationship with them, not like just going on casual dates. I don't know, it's very interesting. But my perception of it is like, I've always been like, I love love, I love relationships. Even when I was in high school, like my first boyfriend when I was like a freshman in high school, like we dated for like, I don't know, like probably 10 months. And like I dated, not obviously, like when I was in 9th grade, I wasn't like, yeah, I'm gonna marry him. But like, you know how people like say like, okay, you could casually date, or you could date with the intention to marry, like the intention of marriage. I've always been more like that, where it's like, no, like I'm dating you because I envision you being in my life for a very long time. I'm not dating you just to like have some fun for a while and then break up with you. So anyway, I love love, and I'm like super picky. And Mr. Special is such a trooper because he will put up with so much shit from me being like, well, this isn't what I want in a relationship. Like, I don't know, he's just so good. He's just like so willing to like love me, I guess. Cause like, he doesn't know, and like half the shit I care about, he doesn't care about. But I have to like tell him, I'm like, well, I really care about this. So even if you don't care about it, you need to still do it and make it, like, make sure you show me that you know that I care about it. Stuff like that. So I don't know. It's been really fun just like figuring out life with Mr. Special. But we always talk about like never ever wanting to have a loveless marriage. Like, there's so many people in our lives that have such loveless marriages, and I can't even imagine. Like, that's so sad. Like, it's so sad because you know that at one point in time, like, they loved each other so much, and then just like over time, just like it broke down. And I don't want something like that breaks down over time. Guys, it's downpouring. That's like a stream. This is like, it is pouring out there. So dare I say, that was a perfectly timed little solo day. It literally, as soon as I walked in the garage, the sky just opened up. So I'm super hungry. I did not eat enough of my food. Like, I'm gonna eat my leftovers here. I just wanted to be, oh, my camera's gonna die. I'll fix the battery, but right now it's 7:10. I'm gonna really quickly do the dishes, put the dishes away, tidy up, all that good stuff, and then we're gonna go upstairs, and I'm probably gonna watch like a cute little girl movie, a cute little girly movie. YouTube has had so many free movies popping up recently, so I'm gonna do the dishes, BRB. Okay, we are successfully ready for the rest of the evening. It's, what time is it? 7:30. I put some comfy clothes on. I don't like getting into my pajamas while my makeup's still on and while I'm still eating. I don't know, because then that means I have to go wash my face in my pajamas, and I don't know. Like, I don't mind doing that sometimes, but if it's not bedtime yet, I can't get in my PJs. I have to just get in comfy clothes. So even though you guys already know what I got, I'm going to show you again. This is my favorite hyaluronic acid serum ever. It's, how much did I pay in total? So they're $10 each, which is like super cheap for, you know. I really wanted to get the big one, but they didn't have it, but it's okay. And then Bath & Body Works, I got their 6 for $10 hand sanitizers, which is insane because, like, tell me why, like, you go up to Sephora and at the checkout they have Touchland hand sanitizers. One is $10. I barely smelled these. I got Mahogany Teakwood though because, like, obviously, like, what a classic. It smells so good. Oh, she's amazing. I should have just got 6 of those. Sweet Orange and Agave. Okay, it's not my favorite. I didn't smell it. I didn't smell really any of these before I picked them. Backyard Honeysuckle is amazing. It's very good. This is Fresh Rainfall. That one's awesome too. It's giving spring. All of them are very springy. Fiji White Sands is my least favorite. There's another one. It's like white tea and sage. I think I put that in my little to-go bag that I keep in all my purses. I mean that I like put in all my purses because I wanted to have one in my purse. I'm gonna get rid of this bag. And then from Ulta, which you guys already saw, but again, I will show you again just in case because it's kind of like you guys went shopping. The lifter liner in a lighter shade, and then the Ultra Repair Rescue Barrier Balm from First Aid Beauty. I think I did a pretty good job at not spending a lot of money, and Mr. Special funded this trip, so, but I did a good job at not buying a bunch of shit that I didn't need. We have my pasta. Here's what, like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't eat that much of it because I kind of filled up on bread and the Big Bang shrimp. The Big Bang shrimp appetizer there is actually so big, like, sharing it is not, like, you know how some appetizers you share it and you're like, dang, like, I wish I had that whole plate to myself. This one is very, like, it's big. Like, even with 2 people eating it, it can take you a minute to get through it. We're gonna put a little movie on. I started watching Bridget Jones's Diary last night. I couldn't get into it. I don't know why. Actually, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days would be a banger right now. They have the movie We Live in a Time on HBO Max. If you guys have not seen it and you want to cry, watch it.
Alright.
I can't see you. We're giving Mr. Special a haul. Oh, what are you wearing?
A long sleeve t-shirt and pants.
Oh, have you worn the Skims boxers yet? Do you have a, like, review of them?
Yeah, I've worn them.
Do you like
I've
them?
been wearing them while I work out, yeah. They're good workout shorts.
Yeah.
They're good because they don't wedgie.
Okay. They fit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really nice. Thank you so much. Haven't I already said thank you for them?
Well, you, like, when you got them, but, like, I wanted,
Didn't I tell you that I wore them and I liked them?
No, it must have been your other girlfriend.
It must have been a thought that I had that I never followed through with.
Okay.
Alright, show me the toy.
I'm ready to show you. So,
Okay.
first, I went to Ulta. See how small this bag is? You got 4 combs.
Yeah, they sold on a 4-pack for some reason.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Green, blue, black, red.
Because they're different widths.
No, they're all the same.
Really? They look different.
Yeah, they're all the exact same.
Let me see. Oh, you're right. See, why do boys get, like, the good end? Like, you guys get all the cheapest stuff and you get, like, the largest pack. That's crazy.
Very nice.
And this is a lighter color because I only have, like, one of my darker ones. So I wanted a little bit lighter. But a lot of light colors don't show up on my lips. I have, like, very pigmented lips.
Yeah, you have nice lips.
Thank you. And then this is, like, my favorite face cream ever because it's not a cream. It's a barrier balm, which is, like, oh, it's so good. It's so thick and hydrating, but it's not thick and moisturizing. It's thick and hydrating because thick moisturizers break me out like a motherfucker. So Anyway, that's my favorite. That's actually like one of the few things that I've received in PR that I like went on my way to go repurchase.
Very nice.
And then okay, it's a little bit later. It's 10 o'clock right now. Guys, my hair she needs to be washed. We are gonna play with this, which I got. I was influenced. I don't get influenced that heavily by like products on TikTok and stuff, but this is the Medicube, the collagen night wrapping mask, and I got it on Amazon. I think I have a little spatula thing to put it on with though. Got it. I used it last night for the first time because it came in yesterday, but I did it with my hands, and I don't think I did that. Like, I did a thick enough layer for it to work and like to not be like overdoing it, but since it's a peel off, I definitely think I could have used a little bit more. It does make your face really hydrated. Like, when I was watching videos of people taking it off, I kind of was like, oh, like it kind of looks like it dried out their skin. Like, you know when you leave eye patches on for too long, like the under eye, the little patches, you guys know what I'm talking about? If you leave those on for too long, they like get super dry, and I don't know, it doesn't like dry out your under eyes, but the patches themselves just get really dry. I don't know, I guess I don't really understand why I would have thought that it would have dried out my skin. It was just something I was concerned about. I watched this one girl do like a morning shed video, and she peeled this off and it looked so satisfying, and people were talking about how it helps lock in your skincare because it's literally just providing a barrier between you and your pillow. And I was like, wow, what a good point. What a good reason for me to buy something new to play with. But I think I'm gonna go to bed. I don't know. I'm just done. I'm done. I wish we could have actually gone on our date together. I'll think it through next time. But also, can you guys let me know what type of videos you want to see? Like what, I want to keep it mainly like vlog style because that's what I like to do on here. But definitely if you prefer like routines, or if you prefer the days where I'm like being more productive, because when I watch productive vlogs, it makes me more motivated to go be productive. So just let me know. But other than that, I hope everyone has an amazing Pretty Princess Day. I hope your Valentine's Day is so lovely, beautiful. And yeah, on that note, I hope you have a Pretty Princess Day.